As I travel east along the north of Thailand, I'm, as usual, heading into towns and cities that most backpackers and travellers won't even go to. They'll just skip them. And I'm now in a town called Surin. I got here by train from my last place, Burapharam. This is the journey I took. It was about an hour long and cost me 9 baht, which is so cheap. So I thought I'd get out and about and show you stuff, and this is the first one, and this is the City Pillar Shrine. Now before I go into it, I just thought I'd show you this outside, which has probably one of the better English explanations of what it is, and the QR code has an English translation, which I've never seen so far on this trip anywhere. So I've explained what a City Pillar Shrine is, but I've got a better understanding what it's all about. Basically, when a town or city is first founded, they'll lay a stone deep into the ground to capture the spirits of the area, to protect the town, the city, and most provincial capitals, in fact all of them I think, will have one of these. So Surin is the provincial capital, even though it's a town of Surin province. But this is beautiful. Now, most of them will have a Buddhist theme in most of Thailand, but because we're in northern Thailand towards the east, this is more Khmer area, so they've got more Khmer architecture. I think I can go in. Shoes off. Very nice. Hello. So most locals will come up here to give an offering, pray to the gods, to the spirits that are looking after the town. And they'll be protected all day. Quite nice. The town of Surin is home to around 40,000 people. So although it's the capital of the province, it's still pretty quiet-ish. And the area is best known for rice farming, traditional silk weaving, and elephant training. And unfortunately there's not many elephants around apart from lots of statues, but the town itself is named after this guy here. As I'm finding more and more in northern Thailand that if you go to an important statue, it is in the middle of a roundabout. But this guy here is, and this is his shortened name, Phraya Surin. And he was the leader of the Khmer people who lived around here, who were famous elephant handlers. Now about 200 years ago, this guy here brought a team of trained elephants all the way to the royal court of Bangkok to King Rama I, and basically the king was so impressed by this guy. Let's get a bit of a close-up of him. Maybe the king liked elephants, who knows, but he made this guy governor of this place. He gave him a royal title, and so the area around here, the town, was named after him. Now this is a place where the locals will come in the mornings or during the day to give some offerings. But you can imagine him going all the way to Bangkok. You're talking about 400 kilometers. No trains in them days. Taking all these elephants to the king to say, hello, look at my elephants. And then when you walk across the road, I think this is what it might have looked like at the time. So because of that, there is a festival every November in this place. Basically it is the elephant buffet, and it's just reminded me because of this little sign here. The world's largest elephant buffet involved 269 elephants. So 14th of November 2003, but that is still every November. They'll have around 200 elephants coming through the streets, and not many tourists know about it. The locals take it as a big festival, and I think if I ever got a chance, I'd come here in November. I would check it out. Got a little baby elephant. So yeah, that would have been what it looked like when they went all the way to Bangkok. And then you come down here. And most places around here do have moats. And this looks like a moat with a fountain in the background. You might have to have a look at there. And and there's a temple. So I am about to head towards the fountain, but I've just seen this across the road from the monument, and it's another one of these signs. And again, the English is perfect. And when you scan that QR code, the information that is given is amazing. It is full on history about that statue, about that guy, all in English. Amazing. So whoever's actually designed this, whoever runs this, well done. Really good. So a bit of information about this guy. 2.2 meter tall. It's blackened brass. Get a bit closer, you can see the full outline. And this is held on the south entrance to Surin, which used to be the inner wall of the city. But after the fountain, I am going to be heading towards the old city wall itself. And while I'm here, I'm staying in a decent, wacky hotel. It's not too far away from here. £8.50 a night. And what I'll do is at the end of the video, when I go back to the hotel, I'll show you just how wacky it is. But this is going towards the fountain, and everywhere you look around this place there is elephants. Just there. Now I did read somewhere last night, doing some research, there is an elephant training area. I'm not too sure if I'm allowed to go there. Might be something for this afternoon. Right, how do I get up here? And I found a way up. There's a fountain there, and there's several more going down that way. And this is, if I walk over here in the shade, oh, this is quite nice. There's a little jetty down there. So I don't know if they do boats in the tourist season. That'd be quite nice just to chill out on a little rowboat. And more elephants. So I've just taken a short walk from where the fountains and the big monument of the founder of the town is, and I'm now here outside this little sign which translates as city walls, inner moat. And as you walk around, you can see what remains of the old city wall. Nature has taken over. So this would have been part of the defences of Surin to get rid of all the nasty people around trying to take over, including wild animals. But there is a little road down here that takes you into a temple. And although it's not on my list of things to do today, I thought I'd have a wander in anyway. So this is Wat Prom Surin, and you can see the inner moat. And this is a few hundred years old, obviously. I'm finding that the traffic around here, especially on the main roads back there, are just quieter than usual. I don't know if it's just because it's a quiet town, but again, there's some elephants at the front. And it's just so peaceful. I've had a little walk around this temple, and it's quite big. There is a lot to see. More elephants as usual. And just to show you how big the place is, there's a little map. Fortunately, it's not in English, but you've got an idea of the area it covers. So there's the bridge I crossed over. Wow. And it sounds like there's a school here as well. Looks like it's getting renovated. Lots to see. There's a big snake. Let's have a look at the snake. There's two of them with lots of heads. Wow. And I don't know what toothpaste they use. That's seriously white teeth. I like this. So I've swapped one temple for another one, and this is the oldest temple in town. And this is Wat Burapharam, and it is still used daily. And again, it is a big one. That is massive. Yeah, I've got Buddhist monks walking around. I'm not going to spend too much time in here. And you can see it's got the Khmer architecture. At least I think it is. I'm trying to sound knowledgeable. Or you can walk in. At least I thought you could. I'll be quiet. So yeah, you've got part Thai architecture, part Khmer architecture, which really sums up Surin as a whole, keeping hold of its Khmer traditions, history, and there are some signs around here, but unfortunately it's all in Thai. I like it. Now it is lunchtime. I can hear my tummy rumbling, and as I pass down here, no, there is an English sign with a scan me. Built around 200 years ago, so it's as old as Surin city. Now it keeps calling itself city, but I've been told it is a town. Now the only thing that's lacking from one of them is a map showing you where all the history is. I've been online, there isn't one to say where everything is. And even the old signs is in English. And I just think if they had like a map showing, it would be my top 30 places I've been to. Possibly. So I am leaving here to find some food, and I did pass just around the corner somewhere that looked quite interesting, and because I have about 5% battery on my phone, which is needed to use for the maps, so I'm going to grab some food, go back to the hotel, show you that really quickly, show you how quick it is, grab some food, and then straight back out. It's like I've got this day planned. Right, this is what I saw earlier. Basically, it's just food. Hello. Speak English? So I don't know if you can see through the glass. That's what I'm going for. As for non-spicy, so that's pork with noodles. I'm from England.
England?
Yeah.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Thank you. But as you.
Come holiday?
So yeah, I've got my food. They wanted to find out everything about me and where I was going. I couldn't film it because I couldn't remember the cities, the towns I was going to roughly. So I had to get my phone out and I couldn't carry the camera at the same time. But they were so friendly. This cost me 50 baht. So hotel just around the corner. And it was a really good deal. And they asked me if I wanted a pickled egg. And I went, why not? That's good for my health, my fitness. But yeah, Surin, a really nice surprise. I quite like it here. Now, yesterday I took a day off from filming, from YouTube, from everything to do with online stuff. Mainly because I had managed to do 2 videos in one day when I was in the last city. And I had a really chill day. It got to a point where I was so bored that it was nice to be bored, if that makes sense. But I did my laundry, I went to an electronic shop to try and get my camera fixed from the little accident I had in Burapharam, and got told that any damage that needs to be fixed to a DJI Pocket 3 has to be from a camera that was bought in Thailand, not anywhere else. So basically, they told me we can't fix it. So although I'm still using the camera, it's hard to turn on. turn off. The camera itself doesn't fit right into place. Like, I've got to move it myself. There's a chance I could damage it even more. So at the moment, it's working. I do have a backup plan just in case it goes really crazy. But this is the corner to the hotel. This is outside the hotel area going in, but around here on a night time is a night market. They closed this road down. I came out last night and just treated myself to a lot of food, which was gorgeous. Now the name of the hotel, even though this is Happy New Year 2020, KT Night Hotel at Surin by Lady Gaga. And that's how it is advertised online on booking.com. And I don't think Lady Gaga has been here before. But as you walk in, there is lots of Disney animals. And it is just a nice little walk up, very green. As I said, it's £8.50 a night, roughly, depending on the exchange rate. And then you get in, and look, there's some Disney princesses, some over there, and as you walk round, there's Snow White and 3 of the dwarfs. There's some more over there. It's just very Disneyfied, if there's such a word as Disneyfied. Disneyfied. So yeah. So I'll just show you the room. From the outside there's a balcony, so you've got seats. And I've not really tidied up since this morning, but for the price, this ain't bad. I had a shower this morning and it's a proper shower, and this must be the first cheap hotel I've got that they give you little dressing gowns. So I think I hit a good spot here. But let's see what I've got in here. I'm hungry. So this is it. You got the egg there. I'm assuming that's meat, but you got the pork with noodles and underneath rice. Let's try this out. It works out about £1.12, which is quite cheap. Now I don't know if it's because I'm hungry, but that is great now. Oh, went down the wrong way. It's not spicy at all. I'm going to try the egg in a bit. I'm going to have this, and then we're going to carry on a bit more. That food was gorgeous. Filled me up, just what I needed. And my phone's charged up, so I'm out and about. Forgot my hat, which is quite handy because the sun's gone. But I bought a little bag with us, and because I've come to Surin Public Park, and in this bag I've got a bottle of water because I keep sweating. It's handy for carrying this camera when I'm not using it. I've also bought a book to sit under a tree in the shade, which, because the sun's gone, I can sit anywhere. And I'm just going to sit down by the lake over there, and I've just felt a couple of drops of rain. No! So I don't know what that is. Looks like a museum. And to get to the park, I'm going to have to climb over this. There's blue skies over there, but there's little bits of rain dropping on me. Let's climb this. Rain is starting to come down, you can see. Then people are running, trying to find shade. Oh God, I just got here. So I'm in a basketball court with a big roof over it, and the rain is starting to come. And more people are coming. And there's that one guy who decided not to go running outside, but just go running around the basketball court. But the wind is starting to pick up. Oh, I mean, all I want to do is go over there by the lake, show you the sights of Surin Public Park. Oh, bless him. It's been 40 minutes since that rain started, and I was just under the basketball court over there. I've had to move away because there's some guy with his car, with his window down, playing music full blast. But in the end, there was about 15 people, all workers from this place, all underneath the basketball court, keeping cover. Half of them were just sweeping up the court just to prove that they were still working. And I just got my book out for 40 minutes, sat there, read it, and then waited for another 5 minutes just for it to dry off. I mean, them clouds still look dark, so I am tempted to do a quick tour of this place and then just go back to the hotel. And it's only because I've seen that. It's a pink elephant in the background. Pink elephant and the lake. Now, while the rain was going down, there was a few people running around the track. So I assume there's a running track all the way around. And because I missed out on my run this morning, this could be tomorrow morning's little run around here. So when you read up about this place, basically all you get is it's peaceful. And that's it. And it is peaceful, apart from people playing music full blast in the background. Looks like a skate park. Now I can't get to them elephants just there. The pink one looks like it's got stairs leading up. So I'll just follow this path here. And there it is. Pink elephant with 3 heads, with someone on top. And that lake on a sunny day would be perfect. There's a bridge that goes across to the centre of a little island there. Get a bit closer. And there it is. It must be a god that's on top. I mean, the elephants do look quite happy, as elephants go. But yeah, nice little park if it's not raining. And if it hadn't been raining, I would have probably stayed a bit longer, but weather not the best. So I am going to go back to the hotel. I've done my reading, so I'm quite happy. But that was Surin, a quite nice town. I quite like it. There are other parks. There are other things to see. As I said, if they had a map online or against all the touristy stuff, then I'll probably see a little bit more. I might have stayed a bit longer. But I'm off tomorrow morning. Now I've got a rough idea in my head where I want to go, but I'm just going to check it out tonight just to make sure there's stuff to see and a decent hotel that's cheap. But if you've enjoyed Surin, nice day out, then all you got to do is press that like button. If you want to see where I'm going tomorrow, then all you got to do is press that subscribe button. But until next time, bye bye for now.